You know, about a couple of videos ago, I came out here on camera, microphone connected and everything, and I explained to the world, or those that would watch, why people like me, of my age, a little younger, older, man, woman, how we became fans out of respect, intrigue, fascination, and overall enjoyment of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic show and franchise. Now, there is no doubt there are people that are going to have their opinions, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And to see someone at my age come on camera and say why might seem strange to a lot of people. It might question whether or not that person has done it with the opposite gender, or they haven't and they need to. And sometimes it makes you wonder and question whether or not those that have a right to their opinion, maybe they just don't see it that way. You know, I've dealt for 8 years now, 8.5, going on 8.5 soon, on this channel and my other previous channels. I've dealt with people come on and comment, and some comments I do leave because it's their opinion. If they feel that way, so be it. But then there are others that come on and they just say things that are not respectful, derogatory, and just plain out mean-spirited. Some of those comments I do keep around because I respect the individual. I respect who they are, what they've done for me. But I think they need to understand that everybody has their preference. Everybody has a like for something and a dislike for another. It's kind of like drinking coffee. Do you prefer your coffee to be black and hot? Do you prefer it to be black and lukewarm, or black and cold? Do you prefer vanilla, French vanilla creamer, hazelnut, cinnamon flavor, Cinnabon flavor, Hershey's flavor, chocolate flavor, caramel, salted caramel? What's your preference? What flavors do you like and what flavors do you do not? My mom gave me about $5 to go get French vanilla creamer after work the other day. The reason being is because as much as she tried the wasn't Hershey's chocolate, but it was mainly a chocolate flavored creamer, the Nestle chocolate flavored creamer. It just wasn't her forte. She says she couldn't taste the coffee. She couldn't taste the creamer, which is understandable. It's also, when you compare a preference and a like, it's also to whether or not you like Hawaiian pizza over pepperoni pizza. Would you like cowboy pizza a la Papa Murphy's over Mountain Mike's? It's all a difference of opinion. It's all a difference of preference. You know, we have certain likes and dislikes. You know, sometimes we wonder why people like certain things and why they don't. You know, there's not a day that goes by with me sometimes when, you know, I wonder at times, why do kids like SpongeBob so much? When my nephews are over for a week, for the weekend at times, or even during the summer, one of the shows they primarily watch all the time is SpongeBob. And I've always wondered why. I mean, yes, SpongeBob can be funny. He can have his episodes that could be enjoyable. The movies, theatrically, you know, can be good, and probably the only good things about it, in my opinion. Because still, I look at the show, and like I did with my list of shows I like and others don't like, or shows I don't like and others do, I said that SpongeBob was one of the shows I didn't like. And it was because it's one of those shows that I just don't get. I just don't get it. I mean, nearly 20 years for this show, and I still don't understand what's the appeal. I mean, basically you got a character that borderline, and I don't mean any offense by this, is seen very childlike, even though he's a grown adult character. You have him best friends with a starfish that pretty much has the mentality of someone younger, but yet he's supposed to be full grown. And I don't get it. I don't understand what the appeal is. And honestly, it just seems like a stupid show. But that's just my preference. I just don't like it. I respect it, but I don't like it. It's the same with people when they look at myself, or Ben and his wife, or Logan, Huey Toonmore, if you will, Isaac, Media Hunter, and several others. Those that make OC characters that they use sometimes to do reviews for, that do theory videos of, that they use to do reviews of theory videos of. You know, everybody's always going to wonder why. You know, what is the appeal? And I did my best to answer that in that two-part video. And when I think about it, I look at it along the same lines of how I feel about SpongeBob. I can understand that there are those, and I respect the fact that they feel people like me, man or woman, watching something that's meant primarily for little girls is stupid. It's pathetic, and they shouldn't be watching it. But then, when I come on camera and I talk about how I don't like SpongeBob, and I just don't get it, and I feel that's stupid. It's just a stupid show that's run its course, and it needs to be, put away. It needs to come to an end, so that maybe if you want to rerun it from episode 1 to its last episode, people can catch up on it and maybe have more of an appreciation. But when I think about that, again, it's the same way people feel about how people like me like My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. They feel it's stupid. It's pathetic. Primarily, they probably also feel that the show shouldn't even be as popular as it is. It shouldn't have broken the ground that it did. Broken down the barriers, but it has. And I come on camera and I say how I feel. It doesn't mean I'm going to get in front of thousands or hundreds of rabid SpongeBob fans or rabid 2012 to currently TMNT fans a la Nickelodeon and say, this is why I don't like the show, and it's stupid, it's pathetic, I'm not that stupid to do that, because I know I'm just one person amongst hundreds, millions, thousands more fans that enjoy it and embrace it and have an understanding and don't look at it the same way I do. It's the same way, with all due respect, that those that don't go in front of brony cons or My Little Pony cons or meetups or whatever, you know, why they don't come out and say in front of the whole world or in front of that entire mass of people, MLP FIM is stupid, it's pathetic, you people watching are stupid, pathetic, you know, it shouldn't be this successful, it's primarily a girl show, leave it as a girl show, let it have one last run if it has to, You guys, with all due respect, you don't do that because you realize that if you do, there's going to be a mass of people that will come after you. And that's why we come on here on YouTube or Daily Motion or Vimeo or wherever, or Vimeo or Viho or whatever streaming service is available to us to upload videos, Vessel, you name it. And that's why we come on camera and we say what we want to say. We explain our reasoning. Because yeah, there's 500,000 people watching. And a majority of people may or may not agree with us. But it's a preference. It is a preference of liking what we like and liking what we don't like. It's like when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There are people that will use apricot jam over because they like it more than strawberry or grape. There will be some that use strawberry jam because they like it more than apricot or grape. Or they'll just choose grape because they like it over the other flavors. There are some that when it comes to using the peanut butter part, rather have crunchy over creamy. Rather have flavored over non-flavor. It's about preference. And we all have a right to our opinion. Every time me and my mom order pizza, and let's say we have my 9-year-old nephew here, he's primarily a cheese and pepperoni pizza kid only. So, if we get a pizza from Mountain Mike's or Papa Murphy's, we primarily sometimes order a half and half along with a regular. Like if we order a cowboy pizza or a combination pizza, but we know he's here and he likes cheese pizza or pepperoni and cheese pizza, we order a small one that's probably half and half. Half cheese, half pepperoni and cheese. Because it's a preference. Not everybody's going to like combination or Hawaiian or vegetarian. Or meat lovers, whatever. They're going to just like plain simple cheese or plain simple meat and cheese, pepperoni and cheese. You know, there are people that like anchovies on their pizza and some people that don't like anchovies. It's all about preference of taste. There are some people that like Coca-Cola over Pepsi. There are some that like mug root beer over A&W, Sprite over 7-Up. Sprite over Twist Mist, Sierra Mist. You know, there are people that like it. Some people like Mr. Pibb over Dr. Pepper. It's all about preference. And we have a right to what we want to like and dislike. Which is why some of the comments that come on my videos, I don't always delete. Because I know that when I read them, I know they don't mean any harm. They're just stating their opinion. They're just stating their disdain for or dislike for, you know, people my age, man or woman, liking something that's primarily for a young female audience, a young girl audience. And I understand that. But it's the same reason some might ask, well, why is Paw Patrol so popular? And why does it seem like not just the primary preschool target that it's generally for enjoying it, but why all of a sudden you got some older kids and maybe adults liking it? Because it's a preference. It's like acceptance. It's like there's something about it that attracts them and they enjoy it. It's like with Transformers. Some people like the new Titans Returns line, some Titans Returns, Titan Masters line, some don't. You know, some like the Michael Bay Transformer films, some don't. It's all about preference. Some like anime, like I talked about in that anime, like, you know, like a video I mentioned, I did earlier. Some like anime, some don't. It's all about preference. And you know, and you can, and again, this goes back to me saying that this is why I don't delete the videos, or not the videos, but the comments that say that. If the comment, I'm not going to deny it, if the comment is basically an insult aimed directly at me, a derogatory insult, then myself, along with any other YouTubers, will delete that comment or will report it. Because mainly what we can tell, and I've talked about this before, is the person that comments it, just by looking at the wording, is not sometimes the primary user of that account. It could be someone like that's younger, maybe a sibling, or a sibling or something, that's looking around going, they're not around. Let me check the videos. Let me check the subscribers. Oh, this guy likes this. Let me say this. Oh, you da 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 da. All because they don't get it. And that's how you could tell, in a sense, when somebody is themselves or it's not really them. But even through those derogatory remarks that are insulting and aimed towards me or anybody else, you know, we do delete them. Or sometimes we do leave them. Because we want to see if maybe someone will jump in and say, hey, you know, what's your problem? Because they, in a sense of understanding, will be like, look, it's a preference. You don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to pay you don't have to like it. If this person likes it, let them like it. It's no big deal. You know, it's like animation. People like DreamWorks over Disney. Some like Disney over DreamWorks. You know, some like Blue Sky over Leica. Some people like Leica over Blue Sky. You take a look at online internet reviewers. Some people like Linkara. Some people like Linkara over Nostalgia Critic. Some people like Nostalgia Critic over Angry Video Game Nerd. Some people like Animat over Huey Toonmore. It's about preference. If you like something, that's your choosing. That's your right. If you don't like something, that's your choosing. That's your right. And if you want to say why you like it, all you're doing is giving your opinion. And if you want to reply or comment back and say why you don't like, that's your opinion too. It's all about preference. So, hopefully this video acknowledges any people wondering why. You know, it's like with Mixed Fan 8643 on DeviantArt. There are some aspects he likes about the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book, and there's some things that he didn't. It's all about a preference. So, really, that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully this helps straighten things out. Thank you all for watching this channel. Thank you for all the comments. Whether, you know, I agree with them or I don't. Thank you all for watching and supporting. And I'll talk to you all later. God bless. Take care.